Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited, guys. The reason why I'm super excited because I want to do this video because in regard with the questions that I normally receive here, and today I'll be revealing to you and actually answering these questions. Tell me about your experience being in a Muslim country, in a Muslim family as a Christian during the Ramadan. Yeah, so I'm diving in, and if you don't know, if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Phoebe. I'm a content creator here, and I normally make videos about this beautiful country, Turkey or Turkey, and I'm a Kenyan married to a Turkish man, and together we have a beautiful family here in Turkey. Now, without wasting any time, let's jump in. So now I had to bring my books here, and these books are so important to me and very, very much needed. Now, I'm going to be revealing to you even without going inside. The very first one is this one. Those who know it, know it. This is a Quran or maybe a Muslim Bible or whatever. It is a Quran. This is a gift I got from my husband, my dear husband. And inside it, as you can see, it is so beautiful. Let me just open it so that you guys, you can see. The inside one, like inside, just let me open something so that you can see. So as you can see, the inside one, like it has the version, the Arabic side and the English side. All right, it is in Arabic and also it is in English for me to understand what is being taught there. All right. So this is the first book that I ever received from my husband, which is so important, and I really appreciate my dear husband for giving me this one, even if I'm not a Muslim. Now, the second book that he gave me, it is this one. He bought for me, actually. This is a New Testament Bible, English version and Turkish version. Let me kid you not, this is super good because I can try to translate in terms of actually knowing the Turkish language, and also well, it has some money inside. This is the money. This is for me. I normally give my God, like I'll take for my tithe and stuff like that, just for God, you know. He says we should give as much as possible. Now this one has a Turkish version and an English version. Let me just open so that you can see. I don't know if you can see. One side it has English version and also it has been translated into Turkish. It is a New Testament version. All right. Now, the reason why I'm showing these books to you, it is because I understand that most of you normally come to me and we share a lot in terms of actually maybe you are dating a person who is not in your religion and you want to just have that experience. How can you navigate through what will happen if you ever get yourself in this kind of situation? Let me tell you, for me growing up, even when I was trying to actually date during my early days when I was still young and dating, never in my imagination would I have ever imagined that I'll end up being married to a person who is not in my religion, because I grew up in a humble family whereby Christianity, even up to now, it is a major thing. Like my mother, my father, my father is late, God rest his soul in eternal peace. My brothers, my sisters are into Christianity and they are super strong about these values. Even when I was growing up as a young person, I grew up knowing God, going to church, serving God, like stuff like that. But something happened and I ended up, if you haven't watched our wedding video, you can go back and watch. But just to make the story short, we ended up getting married. I ended up getting married to my Turkish person who is a Muslim. Prior to that, even before getting married, one of the things that I was avoiding and even actually broke up with him for several years, it was about the religion, because I didn't want to go against my religion. But through thin and thick and stuff like that, we reconnected back, and here we are, 4 years, we are almost 5 years together in marriage, and we thank God. Okay, we are building a family. Now, my experience when I first actually met the family who are actually all Muslim, it was not something surprising, because remember, I was coming from the Gulf country, whereby I used to see a lot of people, or maybe Arabic people, actually are into Muslim, like doing the Muslim thing, going to the mosque, praying, fasting during the Ramadan and stuff like that. I had an idea, and also I was equipped in terms of actually knowing what to cook, what to do during the Ramadan season. So it was not something new to me. But when I came here and I witnessed and I see how they are doing their Ramadan, even the thing in terms of actually the religion, initially I thought that because Turkey is partially in Europe side, I thought they are not into Muslim thing. They are not Muslims, actually, not all of them. But when I came here, I was super surprised to find out that 90% are actually Muslim dominated, and most of them, they are actually like, they are strong in terms of actually their religion. Something else that actually surprised me was that coming from Gulf countries, let's say from Qatar, because I lived in Qatar for almost 3 years, and also in Dubai for almost 1 year, I found that there are so many differences in terms of how they are handling their religion, in terms of actually the wearing, the outfits. In Gulf countries, I used to see the men who are actually covering themselves, or maybe wearing the abayas. I don't know if they are abayas, but these white dresses, long dresses that are white and with the scarf. And with the ladies, for the ladies, I used to see them in black. Most of them, they are been actually covering themselves, even up to here. You could just only see the eyes, some of them. And there were so many, like in Arabic countries, like in Gulf countries. But when I came to Turkey, I was surprised to see that men here, they are not into wearing the white gowns the same way like Arabic people. In regard to their religion. And also the women here, most of them, they are Muslim, but they are not wearing the white gown, not a lot, and also just not into much wearing, covering themselves, even though most of them, they do have those scarf. I don't know the name, the one they are covering their head, hijab. Yeah, I think the name is hijab. So I was surprised to see that they are doing that, but with time, I have learned that it is a law that was actually introduced by the former president, the Ataturk, Mustafa Kemal, that women should wear what they want, and also they were given some freedom in terms of covering themselves. So it is not a mandatory, like it is not a must. If you are Muslim in Turkey, you should be wearing, or you should be covering yourself all over. You can cover yourself if you want. You can uncover yourself if you want. It doesn't have any bad effect. Now, let's back to the topic. If you get yourself in the same situation whereby you are getting married to a person who is not in the same religion, my observation and my honest review is that it won't be easy. And also because remember, these are two people who are not in the same religion. Even when you try to actually back up yourself with books from the Bible, they might give you a contrary answer, or maybe they might agree, but not to a level that you want. I don't know if you're getting what I want. For instance, if you want to worship God, you want to sing to God, you want to praise God in terms of actually the way you have been taught in your church, you find that Muslims don't do the same thing. Maybe they have their own ways of actually worshiping God and doing their stuff, even though they are serving, or we are serving the same God. Now, my story here, when I came here, I told my husband I cannot change myself. I cannot convert myself to be a Muslim, unless when I feel like I have decided. And they have respected my opinions. My husband has respected my decisions. My family, my mother-in-law, she's so strong in prayers and also into the Muslim thing. She has respected it, even though she was willing to teach, even to show me how to be a Muslim. But like, she wanted me to be a Muslim, rather. Like, she doesn't force me, but she was willing to teach me and to show me stuff so that I can also be a Muslim. Okay. but I'm not ready. I'm not ready to be a Muslim, and this doesn't mean that I hate them. No. And by the way, being in this multicultural relationship or marriage has actually helped me a lot. Like being or staying with Muslim people has actually helped me a lot to understand a lot of things in terms of actually just being a good person, being generous. Muslim people are so much generous in terms of giving out. And remember, we are in the month of Ramadan. They are celebrating. It's not just they are fasting, but they are also giving. And you will see a lot of giving, a lot of gifting to the needy and stuff like that. And also just being committed to their prayers. If you haven't seen Turkish, maybe Muslim people, they are so much into being committed when it comes to the call to pray. Now, one thing I have realized, or maybe another difference that I realized when I came to Turkey from Qatar, it was not a difference but a similarity. It was in terms of actually the prayer call. All the time I used to hear this prayer call from the mosque, and even here in Turkey, you will understand that you're going to be hearing a lot of them. Or maybe if you have visited Turkey, you will understand what I'm talking about. During certain times, there are these call out to pray, and people will go to pray. My mother-in-law, she's so committed into prayers, and I really appreciate her because she covers everybody in her prayers. Even today and tomorrow, they have this, it is during Ramadan, they have this thing whereby women are gathering together in one particular home, each and every home, and they're gonna pray, they're gonna read their Quran, and also they're gonna be gifted some gifts. For her, she bought some little gifts like the pillowcases, the socks, and some stuff like a Muslim normally have. I don't know the name, but I could show you. They have this thing whereby you will see them holding in their hands, and each time they will pray, or maybe they will thank God, maybe they will say Allah Akbar or something. I don't know. Maybe they will make a prayer during those when they're holding this thing, and each bead, it is in terms of a circular, something circular, and they have beads. So if you see a Muslim person having that thing, just remember that it is among their cultural thing in terms of religion. Now in Turkey, during Ramadan, I have seen that it is, even if you are not keen enough, you cannot know if it is during Ramadan unless if you are very keen, because it is not done the way like I have seen in Arabic countries. And also something I noticed when I first came here, the first time when I witnessed Ramadan, the very first, maybe the very first days, not even the very first day, each and every time, I don't know if it is the very first few weeks or the first time, during the morning hours around 3 a.m. normally we have some people who are passing, especially at the street here, people who are passing with the drum beating, ding, 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 calling people to, I don't know. I asked my husband, and I was told that it is a call to give. If you have something to give for the needy, stuff like that, you're gonna be giving. So as much as I want to embrace the cultural thing, I still have to emphasize that it depends if you are in that scenario whereby you are into a relationship with the person who is not in your religion. It is a good thing to give it a try, but on the other hand, you must know that you're gonna, depending on the family wise, the family dynamic, you're gonna be facing a lot of challenges, and you're gonna be needed to be strong in prayers and also in belief in whatever you are believing in. And if you aim at loving that person, you really love that person, then I don't think religion should actually separate people. Rather, it should bring people together as long as there is mutual agreement, and also as long as there is mutual respect. For me, my husband respects my decision. He cannot force me to convert to be a Muslim. Even when he brought this Quran for me, I asked him, why are you bringing? I didn't ask you to bring it. And he told me, I wanted you, because he had previously, when we were talking, he asked me if I understand the Quran, what it is inside and stuff like that. And he told me he wanted me to have an idea what is inside, so that I can know that it is not a bad thing. They are not in a bad religion. just to be open-minded in terms of actually the Quran, because, and also he told me that there's so much similarity with the Bible, even though the belief is very narrow. Like we believe in Jesus Christ, and they believe in someone else, Muhammad or something. But we also, it also brings us together to one God. Now, someone asked me into another question about our kids. Right now, we have 2 kids together. We are raising together 2 kids together. What about the kids, or who, like, are they Muslim or are they Christian? For now, because my 2 kids, the young ones, they are still young. They even don't know. They are just following what we are doing. So as a parent, because I'm the one all the time with them, they're gonna probably follow my steps in terms of the teachings, in terms of the good morals and stuff like that. And we are just focusing on actually giving the best in terms of good people, growing up as a good people, knowing prayers, how to thank God, how to give, how to be respectful and stuff like that. But when they grow up, maybe of a tender age, maybe like not a tender age, but when they grow up of age, like 18 years and above, they can decide for themselves if they want to be Muslim or if they don't want to be a Muslim. My son, if he want to get married to a girl who is now a Muslim or stuff like that, it's gonna be his decision. Okay. Now, something I have to emphasize in Turkey, not even in Turkey, in Muslim, you will understand that girls who are Muslim, it is rarely, or they rarely marry boys or men who are actually not Muslim. And men who are Muslim, they actually, it is possible for them to actually marry girls who are not Muslim. And I have seen it a lot here in terms of that interaction or that relationship. So guys, I don't want to make this video too much long, but I just wanted to give you my own experiences and also encourage you, especially for those people who are into serious relationship with people who are not the same religion. My advice is for you to go in knowing that you're going to be facing a lot of, in terms of actually the way you have been brought up, you're going to be facing a lot of struggle balancing everything. But if you find ways to balance and also to know, to respect each other in terms of their religion, it's going to be good. Now, for instance, if you find a bad family, not even a bad family, a family that is into too much, they want to make the decision for you by forcing you to convert, it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a very big challenge to you, and you might not end up even getting married, because remember, in Turkish, families are together. Like the family ties are very strong, and sometimes their decision can actually affect the partners or maybe your partner's decision. Now, if you are in such situation, then it is up to you to make your right decision and actually think about yourself first rather than thinking about him, because at the end of the day, you don't want to go in a place whereby you are feeling like your decisions are not being actually respected. Like I said, it's not an easy journey, but it is a beautiful journey of learning and understanding and actually respecting each other. And sometimes, of course, if you ask me, do I miss going to church, praying with my husband? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And how I wish God can change everything maybe one day and he can accept to be a Christian. Or maybe how I wish I might go to be a Muslim and we can actually sit together on the same table, talk the word through, something like that. But for now, for me, it's going to be a very big challenge for me to actually convert to Muslim, because I grew up knowing Christianity. But we're going to see how it's going to end, because at the end of the day, we are serving one God. We are believing in one God, unless otherwise. But it needs it needs more prayers, more commitment in terms of actually committing to what you believe in, and also in terms of respecting the other person's religion. During this Ramadan, I'm supporting my husband by actually, my husband family, by actually interacting with them, whatever they are doing, little by little, assisting them and also respecting them in terms of their religion.